Hi guys, in this video we will create a new Spring Boot project and configure my SQL database. So let's go to the file, new. Here we will create Spring Starter project. So it will connect us to the spring.io. So I will change this name to employee management app. Okay, so I will change the description to employee management app tutorial. Okay, so I will be using Maven and the Java version is 17 here. The group is the name of the channel. You can choose the name that you like. I choose coding techniques here as the name of the group. The name of the application, employee management app. Okay, so this is what we have so far. Let's click next and add the dependency for this project. Okay, so it is a web application. We need a Spring Web, and you can see the Spring Boot version is 3.3.2. So we also need a Spring Boot DevTool for the live reload. We need a MySQL driver, Spring Data JPA, which is the bridge between our application and the database. Okay, so these are what we need here. So all we need to do is click finish. We finish adding the dependency for our application. So what we will do next, we will configure MySQL database. If the project finish, import. The project is now ready, so let's open this. You can see we have the starter class. Okay, so here inside the resource application.properties, we'll have the configuration for the MySQL here, but first we need to create a new schema in the MySQL workbench. So let's go to the MySQL workbench. Here we will create a new schema. So here it is. We will call this employees. Okay, apply, finish. So here is the employee. You can see we have no table. Later we will create a model and map it to this employee. We will have those table when we refresh. Okay, so now let's add the configuration, and here it is. You can see we have this data source configuration. This is the URL that connects us to the MySQL workbench database that is running on this port, that is 3306. We have this as access credential, username, and the password based on the setting of your MySQL workbench. We have this Hibernate DLL. Okay, so this is the Hibernate configuration. It automatically updates the database schema based on the entity definition. Okay, and we also have this login configuration for the SQL. We set this to debug. This enable login of SQL statement executed by Hibernate at the debug level. We also have this, you can see, login level, which we set this Hibernate type. So this enables login of SQL or of types, that is, it enable the login for the SQL types. So now we just need to copy this and add it to our application.properties. So let's go here inside the application.properties. We paste this. Okay, save the changes. Now we will create a model. So let's create a package called it model. Inside this, we'll create entity class. So now let's create a class called employee. Annotate this class that we are just creating with at entity to make it a database or entity class at entity. Here it is. So we need a primary key. We will define a field of private long, and we will call this ID. So, and let's have annotate it with at ID, and we need at generated value. So we set the strategy generation type dot auto. Okay, so let's define the other field that we need. So we need a private string first name. What we will do, we will generate a constructor and the getters and setters. Generate constructor, deselect all, generate. Here it is. And the next thing, let's generate getters and setters. So go to the source, generate getters and setters, select all. Okay, and we also need to generate a constructor with this field. Generate constructor using this field, excluding the ID, and that is okay. So now, let's go to the starter class, right click, run as Spring Boot application. Okay, here is our application started successfully, and now what we will do, we will check the database to see if we have this table. Refresh first. Using this, you can see we will refresh the database, and you can see we have employee. You can see the ID, email, first name and last name. Okay, so the next thing, in the next video, we will expose the REST endpoint.